Hello, I'm Michael Souza. I'm an academic, a researcher, a teacher, and a trainer's teacher. And some question that teachers always ask me is, can we use games directly in our classrooms? This is the case I'm showing here. 4 games from Genius Games that I will say for sure it is the best board game publisher that addresses educational content. These games tend to be about biology, chemistry, and other classical and traditional scientific subjects. From these games, these 4 games, we have here games about the cell biology systems, and a game about chemistry, and Genotype, that is a game about the first test about genetics. From all these games, Genotype, I think it's the best game as a game activity for gamers. The most complex one and the one that resembles Euro games and games of this type. But all of them are interesting and we can have good experience, so good games to play, and also learning the content at stake. But they are very difficult to use in classroom because usually they take too long to explain. We need several copies in a classroom, and it's difficult to keep the attention of the students this long with only, for example, a teacher for an entire class. We'll need a teacher per table. This is very difficult to do in practice. What I recommend is, because these games are very useful for education and for teachers, I recommend that the school library, any type of board game, school club, have the games and allow the students to play them whenever they like. Another thing that I recommend, and I think it's the most useful use of these games for education, is these games provide the teacher with examples of game systems, of game mechanics for them to replicate, to create small mini games, interconnect them, and address curriculum during their classes. So Genius Games is excellent to do this. We have examples. The teachers can have the games, buy the games, access the games to learn, to test, to experiment, and to see how then to replicate this later in their classes and their projects. So Genius Games might not be exactly for direct use during classroom, but they are great examples. And of course there are other games that do this. They are good examples to show how to build learning and engaging game experiences.